of companies which came out with numbers, and one such number was Biocon, which saw a 34% rise in the revenue for Q3, while the margins also expanded to 23%. But there were multiple one-offs this quarter, such as the branded generic disposal income, which was around 350 odd crores, which supported the numbers this time. I did catch up with Shreehas Tambe, who's the MD and CEO of Biocon Biologics, which is the biologics arm of Biocon, to discuss their Q3 performance, and began by asking him about the adjusted core margins for the biosimilar business, which was lower according to analysts.
The whole of last year has been an extremely transformational year for Biocon Biologics overall. When a company transitions a business model from being present in 2 countries to being present in 120 countries, obviously there are quarterly fluctuations. Our strategy has been on business continuity, which is why you've seen that products and revenues across quarters have been consistent, and that's something that we've been very proud of, because no order during the entire transition has been lost. We've been able to serve patients across. Now, the question on when will this stabilize? I think it's important to acknowledge that we've had the business under our control in the North American part of the world, which is the US and Canada, in a little over 4 months, and in all of Europe, Japan, Australia, New Zealand, in 4 days, more than a month. So I think it's early days, and we're getting started now. We have more visibility to the business we acquired, and we believe that once these transition-related activities are behind us, which they are, we will focus on consolidation and growth, which will be the next phase of our strategy.
Okay. Well, one of the key worries for the company has been the delay in key drugs in the pipeline, the biosimilars in the pipeline. So can you guide us on when it comes to, say, Insulin Aspart? There is an official action indicated status there, Bevacizumab, where there is a CRL or a complete response letter which was issued by the US FDA there.
Yeah, and I think it's important to note that all of these products have been approved globally by all agencies, including the European agency and including other parts of the world, including Health Canada. So these are products which we continue to supply to several parts of the world, both Aspart and Bevacizumab. Incidentally, Aspart was launched in Germany in this current quarter. So you would see that there's a lot of progress that we intend to make. The agency has, of course, said that there is no outstanding issue or question on the science of either Bevacizumab or Aspart. So there is no outstanding query. Even in the recent communication, they've said that they need to, of course, complete the physical on-site inspection, which is required for any biological product. And we're looking for them to schedule that so that we can get this, both these products to patients. That's where we are at this point.
Adalimumab and Aflibercept, an update on both of them?
Yeah, I mean, yes, these are tongue twisters, and Adalimumab, we certainly said that that's a first huge molecule under what the US calls as the medical, the pharmacy benefit space in the Part D space. It's a large asset. It's the first one under Part D that has lost exclusivity. We had said that it will phase out between 23, 24, and 25 will be the first year of real full change when the commercial payers really make a decision on biosimilars rather than the brand. And that's how we see that playing out. Clearly, it's been a class effect. It's not Biocon Biologics alone. We would love to have seen a greater uptake for us and for the other biosimilars, but it'll probably be a slower uptake than in the past. But we see this changing as we go along. So that is for Adalimumab. We, of course, I should point out to you, Ekta, that we've been in the market for 5 years in Europe. And in the largest market in Europe, which is Germany, we have a market share of 18% and are amongst the top 3 players there. So clearly, we have a lot of experience. And with the full integration now, we feel good about this product. On Aflibercept, that's an asset that we acquired from Viatris. We are the first to file at the point, and we continue to be ahead of the pack. We are currently in litigation with the innovator, and we'll see how that progresses.
Okay, all right. Now, the other big worry has also been your net debt to EBITDA, which is at around 4 times for Biocon Biologics. Your total debt on books, I think, is around $1.3 billion. What is the plan on reduction?
Yeah, and I've said this before as well, that while we are very confident in terms of our ability to service debt, that is not really a concern. We are consciously looking to pare down our debt, and we've had multiple options available to us. You've seen us in this particular quarter that's gone by in December, that we've been able to pare down $200 million of that net debt. Net debt currently at a BBL level stands at 1.2 million, which is where we stand, and we believe that going forward we have other options available, which we will continue to pursue as we look to reduce our debt, which we've acquired during the acquisition. We've taken it on.
Okay, there have been some stake sales, divestments, which have been undertaken, in the past. Can you tell us what you're guiding the market for when it comes to any kind of incremental stake sales and divestments that we can probably expect?
See, these are, I would say that these are all part of our routine business. When you look at reprioritizing or looking at focus areas, you look at how can we grow our business in a manner which is more value accretive overall to what we are trying to build here as a company. I think the divestment of brands is a very normal pharma industry strategy. We've seen other players monetize the brands that they build over the years, and we've done the same. I think we've got a great partner in Eris Life Sciences. So the reach, they've got the ability to really commercialize these brands that we've built over the years. And we will, there are several opportunities and avenues available to companies to pursue, and we've been open to looking at these even as we focus on our core strategy.
Okay, and Biocon Biologics, the IPO?
Yeah, and this is a question that keeps coming up all the time, and I've always responded to this, that the core focus is always what is most value, creation for all stakeholders. And in the past, I'd said that one of the key important elements is we should be in control of our business, because we've even though we acquired the Viatris business, it was Viatris that was running the business up until December 31st. So the first thing was to get control of your own future, and I think that's what's happened as of January 1, 2024. So we are, I would say, in that sense now having full visibility to our acquired business. The second thing you talked about earlier on the call is the FDA delays that we've had for some of our products, and we want to make sure that we can get past those so we can enable business growth to new product launches, which is the second piece. And most importantly, when you acquire such a large business and integrate it, while preserving value and business continuity has been the focus, now consolidating it and setting it on a growth path would be the next, before we can talk about looking at what that liquidity event would be and when that would come. So we will, of course, talk about it once we firm up these strategies, get the business in a steady state, and then we can certainly discuss dates.
Okay, all right. So those are the two big questions which the investors would probably want to track, Mangalam, when it comes to Biocon Biologics. One is the debt on books, $1.3 billion in terms of cumulative debt. How are they probably going to reduce it? When are they going to get those drugs on board, which they have seen US FDA delays for? And, once those two parameters actually come through for them, that's probably when they'll probably consider an IPO for the arm.
All right, with that, we'll slip into a short break. And as we do that, let's talk about something truly exciting and empowering. We're talking about an exclusive opportunity for SMEs out there. We know that they are the backbone of our country's economy, contributing nearly half of our exports and about 29% to the GDP. So help them navigate the global landscape and enhance their export-import strategies. We're bringing to you a curated market masterclass It's led by industry experts, a space where you learn from the best, understand the nuances of international trade, and get inspired by success stories. It's more than a masterclass. It's a roadmap to elevate your business to new heights. So, if you're an SME with aspirations to make a mark globally, hurry up and register now. The details for all of that on your screen.
When India wants to speak to the finance minister, India speaks to CNBC-TV18. And when India wants to understand the union budget, India watches CNBC-TV18. The nation's #1 English business news channel on Budget Day. During the FM speech, throughout the budget week. Follow the leader. Follow India's budget headquarters.